everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today with the gold cube on the Fraser River. If you haven't seen my videos recently, I did two videos recently. One about how long it takes to gold pan 1 ounce of gold. The other was using a high banker, how long it would take you with a high banker on 1 ounce of gold. Today, I'm going to use the gold cube with the gold cube trommel on top and test to see how long the gold cube would take to get 1 ounce of gold. Enjoy! Now we are about a week before Christmas here. I think we're December 16th, something like that. And as you can see, there's no snow on the ground. Welcome to BC in the wintertime. It is chilly, hence the toque. It is chilly out, and there is a bit of a wind today, so I'm sorry if the audio is terrible. I am wearing my video glasses and I have them recording, so hopefully if my camera is not catching the audio, the glasses will be. But today, I'm back on the hot spot I was, where I was panning that day. I'm going to be recirculating through a tub with the gold cube, so I don't have to have any worry about water getting back to the river. Here in BC, we're not allowed to have any of our water go back to the river. The ground here where I was panning was really hot, so I'm on the good stuff. I might do really, really well today. This might not be a good demonstration of an average spot, because this is well above average, at least I'm hoping. Now I have done all the prep for the cube. The mats have been scrubbed down with soap and water, it's all leveled out, everything is working just right. If you want to know about setting up a cube, I'm not going to do it in this video, but I will leave a link here at the end of the video taking you off to a series I have on the gold cube, which will teach you everything you need to know about the gold cube, if you want it. I'm going to start digging and see how long it would take me to get 1 ounce of gold with the gold cube. I'm going to dig for a little bit, then I'll stop again and explain how this is all going to go. So I don't like stopping and starting the gold cube with this muddy material I have here, because the mud sort of cakes into the bottom of the matting and then doesn't free itself up very nicely afterwards. So I'm going to let it run while I talk. As with the previous two videos, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run for an hour hard. I've timed myself, my starting time. I've been going for about 15 minutes now. I'm going to run for about an hour hard, and
and see how much gold I collect in 1 hour. Then I'm going to do some calculations afterwards to see how many hours I would have to run to make 1 ounce at that rate. And we can see how long it would take the gold cube with the trommel, recirculating a bin in really hot ground to make 1 ounce of gold. Because I doubt I could get 1 ounce of gold, even if Pete and I were digging all day long here. I doubt I could get 1 ounce of gold working hard in 1 day. So we're going to calculate it out. I may have to add a minute or two to my time because I've stopped digging for a second here. Anyhow, back to digging, and let's see what we get. 45 minutes to go.
Sunshine!
So there we are at the 1 hour mark. I gave myself a couple minutes more just to make up for the time that I was standing there talking. I'm going to go grab myself some clean water just in a bucket from the river. So when I turn off the water flow here of this muddy water, I can just throw in 1 bucket full of clean water. Get some of the mud out of the mats. And hopefully there's some gold in there for you to see. Okay, so I'm going to unplug everything. And before the water completely stops, slowly, very slowly, pour a bit of clean water through the system. Very slowly and steady, so I don't wash anything out. And that should be good to get the muddy water out and hopefully show off some gold in there when I take it apart. Let's hope. And as you can see, the water overflowing the tub has all settled right here where I've been digging. None has got back to the river. That's the nice thing about circulating, and the fact that the gold cube uses very little water. You didn't see anything. Let's take it apart and find out. There it is. We got gold. Gold everywhere. Lots of it. We won't know how much until we clean this out, though. It's all stuck underneath all the black sands. You can see some poking through, but most of it is underneath all that black sand there. Look at that big flake right there. Nice big one. Another one right there. Woohoo! Lots of gold. So I'm going to try to wash away some of the black sand and see if we can get a good picture of the gold that's sitting down deep in the mats. I tried a little bit there, but I'm going to try a bit better. I see big pieces down below in the trap at the top, and then I see gold throughout all this top area. So I'm going to see what I can do to show it off a bit before I rinse it off into a bucket. And I'm going to take it home to pan it down, weigh it off, do the calculations, see how long it takes to make an ounce of gold with the gold cube on the Fraser River. So here's the gold after it's all been cleaned up. I did put cleaning it up on video. If you want to see me cleaning up gold, I have a whole series on cleaning up fine gold. Have a look at that series. There's a link right here for it. But let's throw that on the scale and find out. So make sure our scale is nice and zeroed. Let's see what this comes out to. There we go, 1.887 grams. Just under 2 grams. Now, I should mention again that that was a very rich spot. This is not necessarily a great representation of an average spot on the Fraser River. This was a really hot spot. So we can't say that if you just went and dropped yourself anywhere in the Fraser, you would get 2 grams in an hour with the gold cube. But that should give you an idea, in a really hot spot, what kind of gold you might be able to expect working really hard with a gold cube. Again, making a lot of generalizations here. This is my spot, my style, my digging, my machinery, so we can't say everyone would get this. But this might give you a bit of a concept.
So, while I show you pictures of this gold under the microscope in the background, let's do the math. Again, I should point out that this was very rich ground here, so this is not typical. But if you say that a troy ounce is 31.1 grams, you divide that by how many grams I got in an hour, that would be 1.887. That would equal 16 and a half hours running that cube at that speed with that ground to get 1 ounce of gold. Though I should point out, yes, that was very rich ground, and by the end of the hour, I was running out of good material to run. So, as I said before, this is not really a great representation of how quickly I could actually get 1 ounce of gold on this ground. But if I kept on that good material, yep, in 2 days, I could get 1 ounce of gold in the gold cube. Some people have asked me why I don't just go and work this ground rather than working my day job. Well, I could not work that hard for 8 hours straight each day. I just physically couldn't do it. Plus, I would run out of material in no time, so I could not maintain this for any length of time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you leave a like, please say something in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until the next one, everyone. Bye!